The black belt challenged a janitor to a friendly sparring match. What happens next? Silenced everyone in the gym.
Hey, you there, cleaning? How about a quick demo?
Derek Mitchell called out from the center of the mat, his black belt shining. Under fluorescent lights, bet you've never seen a real fight, right? James Washington paused his mopping and looked up slowly. At 42, he'd been working here just 3 weeks, arriving after hours when students had left. But that night, training had gone late. "I don't want to bother you, Sensei," James said calmly, returning to his stain. "Just finishing up so you can get back to it." Derek let out a loud, theatrical laugh. "Everyone, look at this. The guy's too scared to step on the mat." Students chuckled nervously, some uneasy. What Derek didn't realize was that James had spent 20 years trying to forget who he once was. 20 years since walking away from the ring after a tragedy that changed everything. 20 years hiding a secret even his daughter didn't know. "Come on, man," Derek taunted, approaching with a smug grin. "Just a quick demo. Bet you don't even know how to guard properly. Show us the difference between a fighter and just a janitor." James felt a familiar fire ignite inside him, like muscles waking after years of dormancy. His eyes briefly met. Derek's passing a silent message that made the instructor step back involuntarily. "Just an educational demonstration," Derek insisted, trying to mask his nervousness. "Nothing serious, just to show the students why respect matters." James set down his mop and rose slowly. His movements had a strange fluidity, unexpected for someone who'd never trained before. Around the gym, students paused, sensing something was about to happen. "All right," James said softly, his voice calm as a lake before a storm. "When we finish, I expect an apology for turning this into a circus." Derek chuckled nervously. "Apologize? You'll be begging on the floor when we're done?" Unbeknownst to them, James had once been James, Silent Storm Washington, 5-time world MMA champion. He'd retired at his peak after an accident that claimed his best friend's life. Since then, he'd sworn off fighting. But some promises are meant to be broken when dignity's at stake. If you're enjoying this story of resilience and justice, subscribe to see how prejudice turned into a lesson Derek Mitchell would never forget. Derek adjusted his belt theatrically, relishing the spotlight. "Everyone witness a lesson on hierarchy in martial arts," he announced grandly. "The difference between dedicated fighters and those who just pretend." James stood in the center, watching quietly. His breathing changed subtly. He was transported back years to a night in Vegas, hearing